Hello, everyone. Welcome to Club Passim, and thanks for tuning in. We are actually live from the club itself tonight. I want to give you a little bit of information about Passim before we get the show started. Passim is a nonprofit organization. We've been a venue for over 60 years here in Harvard Square, but the last 26 of them have been as a nonprofit organization. As a nonprofit these days, we run shows. When we're normally in the room, we're 7 nights a week. We've been doing most of these online now. We have our outreach programs. We have our Celtic Festival that we just ran in January. We have a School of Music that has classes and workshops. Actually, Kemp is going to be teaching a storytelling workshop tomorrow at 1 p.m. And we also give grants through our Iguana Music Fund. Through that fund, we gave out over $40,000 in grants to New England-based artists to help with projects. And also, something that we started back last March when we closed down is the PAIR Fund, the Passim Emergency Artist Relief Fund. And that is just to help artists with living expenses through the pandemic. Because of your generosity through that fund, we have raised and distributed over $150,000. So thank you for your generosity. It is what helps us keep going. Your generosity. So please give if you can. Tonight's show has a $25 suggested donation. If you go to passim.org/stream, there is a donate button right there. But something that helps us out tremendously is if you share this stream. So if you're watching on Facebook right now, click that share button. If you're on YouTube, maybe copy the link and paste it somewhere else so that folks can find out about what great music we have going on here tonight. And thank you for tuning in and being part of what we are doing. As part of Black History this month, we have been working with Black artists and raising money for charities as well. So part of tonight's donations are going to go to a Black-run charity as well. So thank you for your donations. Thank you for being here. And we have got a fantastic show for you tonight. This man put out a record at the beginning of this year that was recorded almost 1 year ago out in San Francisco. The record is live at the Bird, San Francisco, and it is an incredible record with his band recorded live out there back on Leap Day 2020, just before everything closed down, and we're so thrilled to have him here tonight. Please welcome Kemp Harris.
Sometimes I feel like I want to go back. Sometimes I feel like I want to go back. Sometimes I feel like I want to go back. Oh, yes, I do. And sometimes it feels like I'm almost gone. Sometimes I feel like I'm almost gone. Sometimes I feel like I'm almost gone. Oh, yes, I do now. I want to thank Matt and Abby for inviting me to do this. I'm just gonna sing you some songs and tell you some stories. That's what I do. I was born in 1952 in a little town called Edenton, North Carolina. And I remember seeing signs that said colored only, white only. I remember going to certain doors, and while I was a kid and didn't get it all, I knew something was up. I have a vivid memory of going to the movie theater, and we would walk into the front door and you'd buy a ticket, and then you would take that ticket and you'd go back outside and you would climb the fire escape and you'd sit in the balcony because that's where black folks sat. Funny story, I went back to Edenton as an adult and I went back to that theater. And I didn't have a cell phone at the time, none of that video stuff going on, but I was there and I was having a moment. If I'd had a cell phone, I would have filmed it. But I decided that I was going to walk into this theater and I was going to go and sit down in the seats downstairs and I was going to have that moment. I was going to have that moment. And I walked up to the counter and there's a woman sitting there selling tickets and I walked in and I looked at her right in the eye and I said, I'd like to buy a ticket, please. She was like, okay. So I get the ticket and I walked through that door for the first time ever. And I sat down in a seat. And the movie was absolutely horrible. It was Grace Jones in a film called Vamp. You can see it on Netflix. It was horrible. So now I'm there like, okay, I'm finally here, and I think I'm going to have to walk out. But it was on my terms. So anyway, this song is sort of my reflection on that little town of Edenton where I was born. Every Monday morning, white man's at the door. Insurance cost $25 a week. Who could ask for more? Movie show in the evening. My whole family's there. Climb the fire escape to the balcony, 'cause it sure is nice up there. Back in Edenton. Back in Edenton. Everybody knew their place. Everyone had a smile on their face. Back in Edenton. Back in Edenton. I'll take care of you and you'll take care of me. Mama standing in the front yard. Little kids are jumping rope. She's thinking about things she'd seen and hope we'd never know. People walking in the evening and everybody seems so kind. Say good evening, how you doing? Well, I guess I'm doing fine. 'Cause back in Edenton, back in Edenton, everybody knew their place. Everyone had a smile on their face. Back in Edenton. Back in Edenton. I always knew just where I was supposed to be. And some said it was easier. Some people thought it was easier. They said it was easier. It was easier. I've been away so long now. That insurance man left town. And those quarters, they don't mean nothing. Grandma's house is all burned down. But back in Edenton, back in Edenton, everybody knew their place, and everyone had a smile on their face. Back in Edenton, back in Edenton, I'll take care of you, and you'll take care of me. Wow, 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 yeah. Back in Edenton, oh, in the town where I was born. But I never knew that I'd be gone so long. It was easier, yeah, smile and it's easier. Everybody, yes sir, no sir, how you doing sir? Everybody knew their place, and everyone had a smile on their face. Everybody knew their place, Everyone had a smile on their face. Smile and it'll be so much easier, 'cause you know your place. There's a smile on your face. It was easier. Yeah, yeah. Everybody knew their place with a smile on their face. It's funny. I remember those times when I was in Edenton. I left by the time I was 5, but people say to me, so when did you get into music? How did that happen? And I have to be honest and tell people the first time I heard music, it was my mom. My mom sang all the time. She she worked in a person's house as a house cleaner, and she would take me with her, and she sang when she ironed, she sang when she, did the wash. She just sang all the time. So gospel music was what I heard. And one of the songs I remember her singing was a song called Didn't It Rain? And, I knew this song as a kid. I mean, imagine a 4-year-old kid doing this gospel song, Didn't It Rain? But my mother sang it, so I knew it. So flash forward to like 2006, and I'm doing my second CD, and it was called Edenton, which is the title track of it. And I'm at the High and Dry studio, and I'm hanging out with Laurie Sargent and Billy Conway and Dana Cawley, folks like that from Morphine, and the High and Dry studio was awesome. So I was going to do an a cappella version of Didn't It Rain? So I said to my mother and my aunt, listen, I'm going to do this album, and I would love it, if you two could come in and do, background on this piece, Didn't It Rain? Because I remember that so well when I was a kid. My mother says to me, oh yeah, child, we tore that up in church last Sunday. I'll do it for you. And I'm like, I don't think she gets it. Like, I don't want her to do it for me. Like, I'm going to do the piece. But so we do a version, and I sang the lead, and then one of the guys in the band said, listen, why don't you let your mom try a lead, just to see what happens. So she sings another version, and I'm doing the backup, and when we finished, everybody in the studio was like, oh, yeah, right, that's the one, your mom's doing it. It was like, what? So anyway, I'm going to reenact for you what I heard as a kid from my mom. You tell me, didn't it rain? Children talking about rain. Oh, my Lord, didn't it rain? Didn't it rain? Didn't it? Oh, my Lord, didn't it rain? Well, it rained 40 days and it rained 40 nights. Wasn't no land nowhere in sight. God sent a raven to spread the news. He hitched his wings and away he flew to the east and to the west, to the north, to the south, all day, all night. I tell you, didn't it rain? Children talking about rain. Oh, my Lord, didn't it rain? Didn't it rain? Didn't it? Oh, my Lord, didn't it rain? Well, it rained 40 days, 40 nights without stopping. Noah was glad when the rain started dropping. When I get to heaven, gonna jump and shout. Nobody there's gonna put me out. And it rained to the east, and it rained to the west, all day, all night. I tell you, didn't it rain? Children talking about rain. Oh, my Lord, didn't it rain? Didn't it rain? Didn't it? Oh, my Lord, didn't it rain? There was a knock on the window, a knock on the door. Folks said, Noah, can you take one more? Noah said, no, 'cause you're full of sin. My God's got the key and you can't come in. Listen, listen to the rain. Listen, listen to the rain. All day, all night, all night, all day. I tell you, didn't it rain? Children talking about rain. Oh, my Lord, didn't it rain? Didn't it rain? Didn't it? Oh, my Lord, didn't it rain? My mom is 91, and I'll have to make sure she sees this so she'll know that her version got done. I never did music lessons, but when I was a kid, I mean, if you're born in 1952, I think the music of my time was the best. I know everybody thinks their time is the best. But if you're getting the music of the 50s, the music of the 60s, the music of the 70s, I mean, when I think about the people that I heard, and I went from Motown, R&B, right up through rock. And so we're dealing, you know, you got like Aretha Franklin all the way up to Led Zeppelin. Man, I was all kinds of music, and I loved it all. But I would listen to these 45s, and I would listen to these black women sing. And I would try to emulate what I heard. So my teachers, they never knew it. My teachers were like, you know, Aretha Franklin and Gladys Knight and Dionne Warwick. And I mean, it just went on, and then you went back to jazz. And so anyway, I would hear these songs and just try to do it. And one of the songs I heard by Aretha Franklin, and it seems so appropriate for right now, for these times that we're in, but she did a cover of Sam Cooke's A Change Is Gonna Come. And I'd like to do it for you now. And after the last 4 years that we've been through, I'm hoping that this song is still ringing true. There's an old friend that I once heard say something that touched my heart, and it began this way. I was born by the river in a little tent, and just like that river, I've been running ever since. It's been a long time coming, but I know my change is gonna come. Oh yes. Said it's been too hard living, but I'm afraid to die. I might not be if I knew what was up there beyond the sky. It's been a long time coming, but I know my change has got to come. Oh yeah. I went to my brother and I asked him, brother, could you help me please? He said, good brother, I'd like to, but I'm not able. And when I looked around, I was right back down on my bended knees. Yes, I was. Oh, there were times when I thought that I wouldn't last for long. But somehow, right now, I believe that I'm able to carry on. I tell you that it's been a and it's been an uphill journey all the way. But I know my change cry all night long. Yes, I did. Sometimes I had to give up right for what I knew was wrong. Hey, it's been an uphill journey. Sure, been a long time coming. Yes, it has. But in the meanwhile, every step of the way, I believe this evening my change is come. Hey, I tell you, my change is come. My change is gonna come. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. I gotta tell you, it is wild being here, and I'm looking at Abby and I'm looking at Matt, and I'm just so glad to be here making music. It's gonna come back big and live, and I can't wait for that, but I'm so glad I got a chance to do this. Thank you both. I had written this song called Ruthie's, and I had written it about my feelings around, people who express homophobia or, racism or ageism or whatever ism that there is that's horrifying. But I had an uncle, they didn't quite get what it really meant. They just liked it because I used the word God-fearing people. So it was like, oh, come to church and sing that. We love that too. And it's like, okay. So I was like, have you listened to the word? But, it didn't matter. They love the way it sounds. So anyway, the song is called Ruthie's. I don't go to Ruthie's no more, no. I don't feel welcome because here they come marching like we the people with constitutional rights. And they call on the Lord with all of his might to strike me down. That's why I never stay around. I went knocking on the church front door, well, I met a man named Leviticus, quoting from the Bible, wrote a chapter in the book, had a copy in his hand for proof. That's why I try to stay aloof. They're just God-fearing people with family values, and they don't value no family with people like me. That's why I try to let them be. I said goodbye to my mother today. Well, on the road to Gethsemane, walking in the rain, no escape from the lions, let the gladiator games begin. And they call to the crowd for mercy, but still no justice comes, only their downturned thumbs. They're just God-fearing people with family values, and they don't value no family with people like me. Their eyes are open, but they just won't see. What makes them think they're so beautiful? What makes them think I'm so wrong? Don't they know we all can be beautiful? Why does it always take so long? Oh, 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 Lord. On the line between church and state, well, there was a man from the government trying to find evidence, told me that the love that I felt for my brother was wrong. They're just God-fearing people with family values, and they don't value no family with people like me. Maybe love will set them free. Matt had mentioned that about a year ago I was in San Francisco, and I went to this incredible studio called Bird Studio, and Lane Murchison set it up, and friends from Star Island. You don't know this place, but you should. It's awesome, the Isles of Shoals in New Hampshire. And so I was there, and I went out with my friend Jim Lucchese, who you may have seen before if you've seen us here, but he's the drummer in my band. And Jim was there, but we couldn't bring the entire band, so we wrote to Lane and said, listen, we're coming out, but could you hook us up with a bass player and a guitar player? You know, if you can do that, we'll come. So he says, oh yeah, I got these two cats. He used the word cats a lot. I got these two cats, you know, they're really awesome. James Nash and Jose Saravia. So why don't you send the tracks that you want, send it out, and don't worry about it. So we start like about a month and a half early. We send them tracks. We don't hear much. Lane's not good at you know, email and keeping track of all that because he's got a lot going on. But you know, we assume it's all working. They've got the tracks. So we go out to San Francisco. I meet Jim, and the show is on Saturday night, and it is Leap Day. It's February 29th. And we are going to meet with James and Jose on Thursday for one rehearsal. So it's like, okay, wow, one rehearsal. I don't know, maybe. We go to this studio. These two guys had nailed it. It was like, whoa. So anyway, all that to say, it was a great experience. And, oh, you know what? Here's the album. So anyway, but they learned all of my original stuff, and it's awesome. But I had some friends there that I had, you know, I said, listen, if I do a piece, would you guys sing backup? And so Hannah Winarski and Margaret Blodgett, they were like, we'd love to. So I hadn't mentioned this song to Jim or the guys because it was like, you know, it was just something I felt like doing. So we're doing the show, and I said, oh, Hannah and Margaret, would you come on? Jim, guys, yeah, we're going to just do this song, you know, by Bob Dylan, I Shall Be Released, and, you know, just follow along. It'll be fine. So we had not, like, rehearsed this. We had not done this, and we played it. So if you hear it on the album, I mean, it was amazing. But anyway, you won't hear them, who was so awesome, the background, the guitar, all that. But I just love the song so much. And again, for our times, I think I Shall Be Released is a very powerful song. So anyway, this is just my my homage to San Francisco before everything shut down, and those incredible people that I got to play with. They say everything can be replaced, that every distance is not near. So I remember every face of every man who put me here. I see my light come shining from the west down toward the east. But any day now, any day now, I shall be released. They say everybody needs protection. They say everybody's got to fall. I swear I see my own reflection, hey, somewhere far beyond these walls. I see my light come shining from the west down towards the east. But any day now, any day now, I shall be released. Now you understand, they're in that lonely crowd, a man who swears he's not to blame. But every day I hear him crying so loud, crying out that he's been framed. I see my light come shining from the west down toward the east. Any day now, any day now, I shall be released. Any day now, any day now, any day now, any day now, I shall be free again. Try my best to be me again. And it's coming any day now, any day now. I shall be released. Thank you, Mr. Dillon. Again, as a kid, just listening to music, so there's an album that came out, I think it was 1968. And it was by a band called Mother Earth, and their lead singer was a woman named Tracy Nelson, and she's just awesome. And she was another one of those women that I would just listen to and try to be. Sounds kind of wild, but you want to be Tracy Nelson? You want to be Aretha? I do. I want to be all those women. But anyway, so she had this song called Mother Earth. And imagine me, I think I was, I was 16, and I wasn't old enough to go to Woodstock or do anything like that, when it was happening. So I just would wear floppy hats and those little rectangular bird glasses and try to be a hippie, even though they wouldn't let me go and be a hippie really. So anyway, I would just sing a lot of rock and roll and try to sing hippie songs. And this one is called Mother Earth, and I just think it's so to the point. can hi-hat me all the time, and you may never come my way, but Mother Earth is waiting for you. There's a debt you gotta pay. I don't care how rich you are, and I don't care what you were. When it all comes down, you got to, oh, you got to go back to Mother Earth. Well, you may have $1 million and you may drive a Cadillac, and you may have enough money to buy any damn thing that you like. I don't care how rich you are, and I don't care what you were. I don't care what you were. 'Cause when it all comes down, you got to, oh, you got to go back to Mother Earth. Yes, hey, yes. But there's one thing I can't forget. You know, there's no one who's gonna over there come back to talk to me about it yet. I don't care how rich you are, and I don't care what you were. I don't care what you were. 'Cause when it all comes down, you got to go back to Mother Earth. Hey, 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 Mother Earth. Don't matter who you are. It really don't matter what you got. At the end of the day, we all gotta go back to Mother Earth. One of the days after COVID, when you see me again, you're going to see that with my friend Adam O, harmonica, rolling on the floor, knocking these lamps over. It's going to be a mess. It's going to be horrifying. I am a big Joni Mitchell fan. And I understand she played here one time, I think, way back. I think Bob Dylan was here. Anyway, big Joni Mitchell fan. And so I wrote this song. It's called I Like the Way Joni Mitchell Runs Those Words So Close Together. And I'm on the Joni Mitchell fan book page on Facebook, so I get, oh, me and Joni are like that. Oh, yeah. Yeah. If any of you know her, though, and tell her about this song, that would be awesome. Okay. I like the way that Joni Mitchell runs those words so close together. Train tracks disappear behind a metro line of train. Thinking about where I've gone and could I ever reach that space again. But I don't think I can take it, especially when you sit and stare. And I don't know if you love me, and I don't know if you care, no. But I like the way that Joni Mitchell runs those words so close together. Some things I think I know you, and when you talk, I know what you mean. And your body fits on mine like a pair of well-worn blue jeans. But other times I don't know you, and I can't figure who you are. And your emotions fly so fast, they're like shooting stars, shooting, shooting, flying and diving. Sometimes our love reminds me of a Joni Mitchell song. Melody so beautiful, the words and lyrics can get so long. And are we a long player, the kind the FM stations play? Or are we simply top 40 on the AM hit parade? They seem to be always changing. I like the way that Joni Mitchell runs those words so close together, so close together, so close together. I wrote this next song. It's called Down. It's just a sort of cynical look at politics. I do that sometimes. The song is called Down. This song ain't about religion. I won't sing about the troubles of the world. I got no sad song about how somebody done somebody wrong. I'm just singing to you, little girl. Some folks worry about the government. Government ain't worried about you. You can rant, you can rave, you can find some other animal to save. The government do what it's gonna do. And I could be down, down, down. 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 Let me go down. Wow. World's getting smaller and smaller. East and west are cutting razor thin. You got bombs to the north and genocide is marching forth, but don't worry, the South is gonna rise again. Now we all got the best of intentions, and everybody's trying to do what they can. But when push comes to shove, the open hand becomes a fisted glove. So much for the brotherhood of man. And I could be down, down, down. 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 Let me go down. Let me go down. Ooh, I wanna go down. I want, Some folks worry about China. They say China's gonna take over the world. I'm not worried about China. I'm just worried about you, little girl. Now, Friday come after Thursday. Saturday I come after you. But even God rested on Sunday. But come Monday, you know what I won't do. I'm not gonna tell you. I could be down, down, down. I could be down, down, down. I wanna go down, down, down. I could be down, down, down. Let me go down. Let me go down. Ooh, I wanna go down. I want, sometime, man, wanna go down. Sometime you wanna go down. Oh, I wanna go down, down, down. I could be down, down, down. Sort of politics, sort of just being nasty. I don't know. I don't know too. So I'm trying to decide if I want to do this. I think I do. I used to go on Facebook. This is in the last 4 years. I had friends writing me. They were like, "Dude, could you stop sharing? You know, hitting the anger button and sharing quite so much." I mean, I would see things. I was crazy with it. And then somebody said, "You know what? Stop doing that and just write about it and stuff, or express it through your music." And I kind of calmed down. It's amazing how many more friends check my Facebook now that I'm showing pictures of animals and, you know, lovely things that they like to see. So I figure I'll do my politics through my music when I actually talk to people face to face. But I remember being at this this outdoor concert, and I saw this gentleman sitting there, and he looked like he was maybe in his early 80s, and he was in full dress uniform, whichever war he was a veteran of. And he had in some other paraphernalia that sort of let me know that we were not on the same political page. I could see that. But when I started this next piece called The Medley for MLK, he gathered his strength and he stood up, full attention, and he just saluted. And I realized that wherever he was politically, there were some places where we couldn't meet. I think once I got into the piece, it was a different song than he thought, but he came up to me after, and he thanked me. And I kind of thought, okay, I'm not gonna be quite as judgy on people. It was somewhere we met. Anyway, and it came from this piece. oh beautiful, for spacious skies, for amber waves of grain, for purple mountains' majesties, above the fruited plains. America, America, God shed his grace on thee and crowned thy good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea. Holy Moses, I have been deceived. Now the wind has changed direction, and I'll have to leave. Distant cousin from down the line, brand of people who ain't my kind. Holy Moses, I have been deceived. I'm going back to the border where my affairs ain't abused. I can't take any more bad water than poison from my head down to my shoes. Holy Moses, let us live in peace. Let us strive to find a way to make our hatred cease. See the man over there, what's his color? I don't care. He's my brother. Let us live in peace. Ooh, child, things are gonna get easier. Ooh, child, things will get brighter. Ooh, child, things are gonna get easier. Ooh, child, things will get brighter. Someday, yeah, we'll get it together and we'll get it undone. Someday, when the world is much brighter. Someday, yeah, we'll walk in the rays of a beautiful sun. Someday, when your head is much lighter. Child, things are gonna get easier. Ooh, child, things will get brighter, 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 brighter. Ooh, ooh, child, things are gonna get easier. Ooh, child, things will get brighter right now. Right now, 'cause there's a new world coming, and it's just around the bend. There's a new day dawning. This one's coming to an end. There's a brand new morning, the one that we've had visions of, coming in peace, coming in joy, and coming in love. 'Cause who knows what tomorrow brings? In a world few hearts survive. All I know is the way I feel, and it's real. I keep it alive. The road is long, and there are mountains in our way, but we climb one stair every day. Love lift us up where we belong, far from the world below, where the cold winds blow. Love lift us up where we belong, up to the mountain high, where the eagles cry for America, America. God shed his grace on thee and crown thy good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea. And he stood up when he saluted, and I went over and hugged the old guy. I've been up here for almost an hour, and I have one last thing I would like to do for you. In celebration of Black History Month, in celebration of our country moving on, in celebration of so many things, I just wanted to very quietly and very gently sing a lullaby for this country. And I want to thank you so much for tuning in and listening. This is a song that I wrote. Oh, I got to tell you this. This song, Good Night America, I had written a piece way back for dancers in the Alvin Ailey American Dance Theater. And I wrote a piece called If Loneliness Was Black. And the choreographer and the main dancer of the piece, the choreographer was Dwight Roden, and the man who danced the piece was Desmond Richardson. And it was this incredible collaboration, and I thought, whoa, I'll never get to do one of those. I mean, to go to New York and see them premiere this piece was astounding. I stood on stage, I cried like a baby. I get a text from Dwight about 2 months ago, and he says, I heard this piece that you wrote, Good Night America, and I need to mount a new ballet for it. Okay. They've got this company now called Complexions, and right now they're hunkered down like everybody, but they're doing these incredible videos, and in about, I think, maybe a month, they're going to be airing this new ballet that they did to this piece. I cannot wait to see it. The company is called Complexions. Go online, check it out. It's a whole dance series called Black is Beautiful. And my ballet is going to be up in there. So anyway, thank you so much, and I'm going to leave you with this. Good night, America. Rest your weary head. Remember where you started and all that lies ahead. So, darling, good night, America. Doors will open for you, but there's miles to go before you find your way back home again. Good night, America. You're looking for some shelter from all the helter-skelter of this world we're living in. So, darling, good night, America. Hold on to tomorrow when all this pain and sorrow gives way to light again. You wear your heart upon your sleeve, but your sleeves ain't long enough. But the tough get going when the going gets tough, when the going gets rough. So, good night, America. Storms are closing in, and you don't know where you're going, and you don't know where you've been. So, darling, good night, America. I'll see you in the morning when another day is dawning and the sun comes shining through. I loved you then and I love you still. You will always have my heart, and we'll all keep trying. Yeah, we'll all keep trying. Good night, America. Storms are closing in, and you don't know where you're going, and you don't know where you've been. So, darling, good night, America. I'll see you in the morning when another day is dawning and the sun comes shining through. Thank you so much.
That's Kemp Harris, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in. Make a donation if you can at passim.org/stream. Also, if you look in the chat, you're going to see information on our Encore series, where you'll get a chance to get on Zoom and chat a little bit with Kemp, ask questions, and just continue the communication with him. And so we're so thrilled to have had Kemp here. He's got a workshop happening tomorrow, a workshop on storytelling at 1 p.m. through the Passim School of Music. Come on out for the Encore. We'll get set up for that and be back in just a few minutes. Thanks for being here.